Chapter 7, Section 3. If the majority of your output is in European-style concert music, in jazz, or in electronic music and sound art, the Musician's Atlas, while still very useful, may not quite be as bottomless for you as it will be for your colleagues writing pop, rock, gospel, or blues. So to you, I recommend joining the American Composers Forum, which is dedicated to linking composers and communities, as it says on their website. You will find the contact information offline and online in the book version of the Freedom Guide for Music Creators. But again, you can also Google American Composers Forum and it will take you directly to their website. The forum offers a wide range of grants, readings, fellowships, commissioning and performing programs, and provides hundreds of links between its members and communities that want new music. The forum has a long reach. It has about 27,000 members, including composers, performers, community centers, and educational institutions across the United States, with links to like-minded organizations across Europe. One of the forum's most interesting programs is Innova Recordings, a not-for-profit record label to which any forum member can send new music for consideration. Artists retain their copyrights, and records made by the label never go out of stock. Innova also has 5 web radio outlets and puts up music on the label at iTunes, emusic.com, and other internet spots. The only trouble here is that none of this is cheap. One of their sample budgets runs at about $6,000, and you have to foot about half of that bill up front. So, you will have to make some money elsewhere to do this. The other offerings of the forums could help, and we'll talk about getting your music to make you some money a little later. Or you could collaborate with other musicians to raise the money. No matter what method you choose, at least there are no recoupment charges at Innova. On the forum's main website and in the newsletter, there is something called Opportunities, which is yet another excellent directory of chances for you to get your music exposure and perhaps garner some cash. These opportunities are listed by deadline date, and if you are or you choose to become a forum member, you can log into the site to see detailed instructions for each opportunity. Most of these opportunities are also listed in Sounding Board, the forum's fine newsletter. It comes out 6 times yearly. The newsletter also features composers and performers talking about their successes, failures, and premieres. This is a huge source of ideas if you read with a careful eye, and also describes what programs and grants are currently available through the forum for its members. The cost of joining the forum is $70 a year, with a $50 rate for students and senior citizens. Like the Musician's Atlas, the forum can be well worth the cash. Still, like the Atlas, you need to have a plan before attacking the hundreds of opportunities available through the forum and before networking with its members. As you may have grasped from reading about Innova Recordings, the use of the forum's resources can be more expensive than those of the Atlas. Many of the competitions and festivals and conferences you will learn about through the forum have a fee attached for the submission of your music. So you may not be able to afford fumbling around in musical areas that are outside your skill set. Here's another money-saving tip. Explore the forum's website and see what it has to offer. You may not be at the right stage yet to make best use of its resources, and so you might want to wait on joining. If you are at the right stage and don't have the cash, there is still one thing that you can do. The opportunities page may not let non-members see the detail of competitions and calls for scores, but it will sometimes show you the names of the organizations offering the calls for scores, composers, and proposal, and sometimes the specific type of call. You may also find important information like this listed in other areas of the website. Put that information into your favorite search engine, check for it in the atlas, or have your friendly telephone operator help you find phone numbers for organizations that you are interested in. Chances are you might be able to find a direct link to the organization offering the call for music, and thus get the detail you need without paying a dime. This can be time-consuming, but if you don't have the money to spare, it is a viable option. And a fair number of the opportunities offered by the forum